Lockdown restrictions continue to ease today and gyms are reopening for indoor classes. We can join Paul Gilmour now, who's at a gym in London. Question is he working out? Hi, Paul.
Yeah, Bella, unfortunately I have a bit of an injury, so I won't be able to do anything this morning. Just a pity that, isn't it? Yeah, skipping the step really for gym goers right across England today, because they are back indoors. Of course, they have been able to do outdoor classes, but this is a real positive step, another step forward for those hoping to keep fit, to stay healthy. And I'm delighted to say I'm joined by ukactive Chief Executive Huw Edwards to just react to this, Huw. I mean, a smile in your face, a smile in the face of people in this gym today in London. How much does it mean, and what does it mean to be back in?
Well, it's a vital day to get the return of group indoor activity, with group exercise being right at the heart of that. We're in StarsGym in Battersea this morning. These guys have got 6 classes today. They've got 10 tomorrow. Speaking to the team here this morning, they've got a huge amount of demand coming in, which is reflected across all our members across the country. Millions of people returning to group exercise from today. And
group exercise in particular, it's why is that so important, and how much motivation can that give people to get out and get active again, especially after periods of inactivity during lockdown?
It's hugely important because we had millions who returned from the 12th of April, but with group exercise, you get that peer encouragement, which you don't necessarily get with an individual level of engagement. And so having that peer engagement, having that group environment where you're driving to deliver your activity levels to the level you want, but also it supports particular groups who require that level of support, from developing body strength through to rehabilitation from long-term illness. Hugely important, but also 3/4 of people who do group exercise are women, and so there's been a real challenge around that gap between male and female activity, and group exercise can really support that.
We heard Tanni Gray-Thompson, of course, speak about her fear for gyms and pools and going forward. Is this obviously this is the beginning, them opening up again, but really still work to be done in terms of sustainability and helping these places as they return to open?
Absolutely. There is a huge asset that the government has here in terms of gyms, pools and leisure centres. Millions of people each week use these facilities. So how do you get them to sustain that usage and to be around in that survival and recovery going forward? And so 2 areas for the government to look at really, that roadmap, that final stage of the roadmap on the 21st of June. How do we get these restrictions eased across all our facilities so we can get the maximum amount of people in a safe and secure environment? And the second is the continued need for financial support. This sector was hit the hardest in this last lockdown with zero income at the peak time of usage. So we need to see that support on rent, we need to see that support on VAT and reduction on VAT, and we need to address the hole in public leisure funding, which goes into the hundreds of millions. Government needs to act with urgency and energy on that space, similar to what it did with the European Super League, using that level of energy and urgency to address and support what is a fundamental part of our activity programme, and getting these facilities up to their fullest use.
And in the meantime, places like this gym continue to have to react. Obviously, we're hearing a lot about the new variants at the moment, and this June the 21st date, is it in doubt? And these places just keep on having to react?
Well, we will work with the government over the coming weeks on that final part of the roadmap, but we're very confident of the high standards in hygiene and safety that our sector has shown over the last year. But how do we get to that final moment in terms of the 21st of June? Getting these facilities across the country to play their fullest role in supporting the health and well-being of millions across the country.
Brilliant. Huw Edwards, ukactive CEO, thank you very much for your time. We're off to watch a spin class maybe and see everybody hard at work this morning.
I think you can do a light walk on the treadmill, Paul. Come on. Thanks ever so much.